I was watching this, I guess it was like a series on a very popular streaming platform. This new series starring a very talented actor. Now, I don't want to go naming names because I got a little bit of a bone to pick. So, I'm all excited. I'm aware of this actor. I like his work. I'm checking out this new series. We're 2 minutes into the series, and then there's this sickening, sickly, lovey-dovey, mushy mumbo jumbo sex scene. It's like these two tweenage, I don't know, 20-year-olds, puppy love, young love, right? Couple young whippersnappers, they're rolling around in the hay. Androgynous. The man, he's skinny as a rail, gosh darn toothpick. He's rolling around in the hay with this other sickly, thin, androgynous looking young woman. They're rolling around in the sack. Cut to this scene. This girl, she's putting her dress on over her head, right? One of them flowing, floral print gowns that I guess were kind of popular in the 90s when you wear, Doc Marten boots. That real kind of grungy lesbo look. So anyway, she's pulling this floral gown over her head. You see her sickly, thin, rail thin ribs jutting out, profile. A little bit of nipple action. I'm just kind of I don't know about this. It's not all that attractive now, is it? She kisses her boyfriend goodbye or girlfriend, whatever the hell he is, real androgynous looking couple. She goes and kisses the other thing. Kisses it. Bye, honey. Skips off. Cut to the other androgynous boy, man, I don't know, whatever he is. Like I said, rail, thin, androgynous looking dude, woman thing, alien. Cut to this lamppost. It's like a shot on, for the sake of argument, it's like a direct shot on his buttocks. Just a prolonged gaze at this androgynous tween-age male's buttocks. Type of shit that makes you sick to your stomach, right? I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with any plot or storyline? And if you're going to go out of the way to show the male buttocks, can it at least be somebody who does squats? Give me a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger circa pumping iron. It's better than coming. Give me some of that gluteus maximus type action, like a Russell Crowe type. What's with this sickly, rail thin, androgynous looking man child? Type of shit that makes you sick to your stomach. Now. This is not a pronoun debate or a sexual orientation discussion. I'm talking about nudity in film. You ever scratch your head about that? What purpose does nudity serve in film? It's very distracting, pointless, and it doesn't really further the plot. It's kind of like Lauryn Hill said, and in spite of all my wisdom and my theory, I add a motherfucker so I'm ignorant. Hear me. You have to add a motherfucker so those ignorant people be hearing thee. That's what a lot of it is. It's just like glitz and glam and eye candy, just to rope in a person's attention. It has no fucking meaning to the overall story arc. What's some rail thin fucking man-child's buttocks got to do with the plot of this story? And it's a real slap to the old kisser. Real slap to the old fucking, mug to be bombarded with sickly androgynous nudity 30 seconds into a screening. You know, the series was 30 seconds into its beginning, and it's already just like, from my viewpoint, tasteless. Type of shit that makes you sick to your stomach. I remember even back in my younger days, you know, back when I was a youngin', as a munchkin, growing up. I mean, pornography is available. You can always go dig under a bush in the ravine, find a couple Playboys, you know. Flesh Gordon, Showtime, for all y'all Canadians. Red Shoe Diaries, you know, Flesh Gordon. You can always stay up late and watch Showtime. Maybe you'll catch a nipple or two, you know. Some scantily clad 90s, you know, pinup. That slapped together red lipstick and them, you know, that sultry, kind of dirty, fuzzy, you know, scrambly kind of, you know, nighttime programming. Wild On, you know, your dick would get doing when like Wild On, if y'all remember that show from the E network. Wild On, the travel network. You know, it's like, oh my God, these whores are on spring break. You know, you could always stay up late to catch that. You don't have to watch some androgynous naked couple rolling around in a futon to get your kicks. Type of shit makes you sick to your stomach, as far as I'm concerned, right? I've always felt that way. It's like, you might as well just watch pornography. What does it have to do with the film? It's distracting, right? So I was like all excited for this new series. I watched like literally like 2-3 minutes of it. That pornography came on. I'm just like, yo, done. I felt like insulted. It was like a slap to the kisser, you know? A real slap to the kisser. It's like, do you think I'm retarded? You know, is that how you, why would you just like flaunt some naked dude's ass? It was like a 20-second shot of this dude's ass, and you're like 3 minutes into the series. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Done. You know? So it's very interesting, that idea. Nudity on film. And granted, as an actor, it's not exactly easy doing them love scenes. I've had to do, you know, a couple of them in my day. You know, in my days in the theater, you know, I had 2 of them. You know, the first one wasn't quite my fault. Like, the chick was kind of egging me on. You know, we were like doing this like rehearsal, and, you know, she's like eye fucking me, giving me the googly eye. You know, she was really egging me on, right? I was like getting a little hot and bothered, right? I was getting a little wound up. I was like, hubba, you know, I was getting a little steamy, right? I was like, ugh. And the second time it happened to me, it was like another rehearsal. We were rehearsing a scene. It was a different actress, and I don't know, it was just kind of awkward. I'm like, can I please be excused? And I had to just like leave the room, you know, wait for my member to exit Parliament, so to speak. So like, I don't know, like sex scenes, you know, they can be real tricky, you know, getting all hot and bothered, a little worked up, if you know what I'm saying. And, you know, I guess like the general protocol, I think I heard somebody asking, like, maybe it was like Dennis Hopper or like some famous actor. Somebody was asking them once, so like, what do you do in a sex scene if, you know, you're with your scene partner, you start to become a little aroused? Like, what do you do? He joked. He's like, well, you're supposed to say, good morning, miss. My name's so-and-so. Happy to work with you. Just want to say, if anything happens, sorry if I do, sorry if I don't. Tell that to fucking Harvey Weinstein. But like, is that the protocol? Look, honey, I know we're going to be a little bit hot and heavy in this scene here. Just want to say, sorry if I do, sorry if I don't. You know, I'm talking about erections. So like, it's just such a awkward situation. It's like, why does it even have to get to that point? Now. Sometimes like sexual gratuity, gluttony, graphic, sexual graphics, a sexually graphic scene sometimes serves to further the plot. One comes to mind, which I thought was done very tastefully, considering it was like some hardcore doggy style fucking, or maybe it was anal penetration for all I fucking know. But this is the point. Joe Pesci and Sharon Stone in Casino. They have a hot and heavy scene when, you know, he's tagging her from the back, right?
Listen, you Joe motherfucker, you. Charlie M? You made me poke your fucking eye out for Charlie M?
You know, Joe Pesci, he's like, you know, doing Sharon Stone's character, Academy Award winner, Sharon Stone. She won an Oscar for that role in Casino by Martin Scorsese. That was a very graphic sex scene. It was like a 5-second scene. It was like a cut scene. They cut to it and they're fucking. But it was just like no nudity. And then you got the point of it and then they were away from it. And it was totally intended to show the graphic kind of animal side of, you know, a sexual encounter. At least from my viewpoint as an audience member. It wasn't just gratuitous, graphic nudity and filth. You know what I mean? And I've always felt that way, even back in my youngin' days. You know, like I said, 17, 18 years old, hitting the stage as an actor. You know, so I'd be watching films and stuff, and I'd be like, what's the... Pardon me, folks. What's the point of, like, having this? It's just a distraction. But anyways, food for thought, you know? Hit me up, jr.thepodcast@gmail.com. What are your thoughts on nudity in film? Does it further the plot? Does it serve the purpose? Or is it kind of like Lauryn Hill? And in spite of all my wisdom and all my theory, I add a motherfucker so them ignorant hear me. You add a motherfucker so those ignorant people hear thee. Is it just eye candy for buffoons? Is it just something to catch the eyes of a, you know, dumbed down, slopped down audience? Like, what is the point of tits and ass and cock on film? And don't get me wrong, I mean, to each their own. If you want to watch pornography, go at it. That's your choice. But I'm paying top dollar for a, well, let's call it what it is. You know, when you're watching something on YouTube or you're streaming or downloading a torrent off some nefarious site, I have every right to know what kind of filth is coming through my computer screen. And again, weigh in with your comments. jr.thepodcast at gmail.com. Alrighty then.